Hello, welcome to the very first episode of My Shrink Life. I'm Dr. Melanie Watkins, and I'm going to be talking with you all about lots of fun stuff. Of course, about mental health, because I'm a psychiatrist, and that's my passion and mission in life to help people with their mental health, recognize mental illness, communicate their needs. We'll talk about boundaries, communication, and we'll also talk a bit about my lovely Chiweenie, Jada. Do you want to say hi, Jada? Yeah, I'm one of those people. This is my Chiweenie, Jada, and I named her after Will Smith's wife. She's got light eyes and she's feisty and she doesn't take any mess. So today's topic, my very first topic ever, is about mental health sayings that are just wrong. Now, we've all been guilty of saying some of these things, and we were trying to be supportive of a friend, a coworker, a relative who had maybe a sudden loss in their life or was going through a difficult time, but they're actually not very helpful. I'm going to give you my top 5. Number 1, in no particular order, is don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Well, the intention is it's not about you. It's just what's going on. You're being too sensitive. It's just what's going on. Things happen. Well, really, it's telling that person, don't be so sensitive. Don't take it in. Don't be so reactive to it. But you know what? Sometimes we do need to be a little bit reactive to it. Sometimes we do need to feel what we feel about what's going on. Okay, and so maybe a different phrase might be, let's create some distance from that. Jada, are you like mooning me on my first video? Okay. Create some distance from it, okay? Have some perspective. Maybe zoom out instead of zooming in and check in with oneself. What am I feeling about this? What am I thinking about this? The second phrase is, oh, things happen for a reason. Well, yeah, you could kind of say that, but the person may not be in a place where they're ready to look at the implications of what happened, okay? It's something that we say sometimes as filler or because we don't know what else to say. Things happen for a reason. Well, what if the person doesn't know what that reason is? And then they're just stuck with this existential question of, okay, this happened for a reason, but I just don't know why my cat died. I just don't know why my favorite aunt in the world is in the hospital. And is there something wrong about me that I don't get the meaning of this? And so things happen for a reason may not be the most helpful thing to say because it leads to more questions than answers. Okay? Another one is, I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you're not that person's gender, that person's age, that person's background. You don't know what they're going through financially, socially, etc. Okay? And so to say, I know how you feel, you're trying to connect with the person and say, I get you, I see you. However, it can sometimes make the person feel even more alone, okay? That they think the person might think, well, gosh, that person's saying that they know how I feel, but they don't know how I feel. And I actually don't feel as close to them because they don't understand the depth of what I'm feeling right now. Okay. Another one, oh my gosh, this is a popular one. Makes sense? Does that make sense? It just makes me cringe when people say that, because what if it doesn't make sense? And then I feel like a dummy. Like, no, it actually doesn't make sense, but there's almost like this pressure and tension, like, this better make sense to you, else you're like an idiot. So, I don't know. I'm just particularly sensitive to that one because I think for some people it makes them feel like, well, if it doesn't make sense to me, is that something wrong about me? Okay. There's other ways that could be phrased, right? Do you hear what I'm saying? Or let me know what you think about this, or what are your feelings about this? What are your thoughts about this? And then you get some feedback from the person if it really does make sense to them, because maybe it doesn't, right? Another one is thank you for sharing, which has become so cliche. The intention again is, oh my gosh, you've shared something so personal. I really appreciate you sharing that and being so vulnerable. But it's become so cliche that maybe something more meaningful might be saying something like, when you share that you lost your job, it made me feel even closer to you. Or when you talked about your issues with addiction, that just really opened my eyes because I didn't imagine someone like you struggling with addiction. Okay? And so just consider saying that instead. Thank you for sharing. It could be a little more explored, let's say. Okay, the last one. No, there's two more. They're in a better place. Really? Are you sure they're in a better place? Because how can you be 100% confident that that person who just passed away is in a better place? Do we know where they're going after? And that person might feel like, no, the best place was with me. I wanted my mom with me right here, right now. Wherever she is, she's not where I need her to be with me right now, okay? And so just think about that. You know, when you say they're in a better place, you're trying to reassure the person, but it may not be the most helpful thing. And another one is, you look so tired. Is that really helpful? Again, I get it. You're trying to acknowledge that the person looks like they have a lot on their plate. And you could say, hey, it looks like you have a lot on your plate. Is there anything I can do to be helpful? Or it looks like you have a lot going on. Do you want to talk about it? Saying you look tired makes the person feel even more bad about how they're feeling because, yeah, they are tired, but it's like, oh my gosh, now other people can see how tired I am. I'm feeling really bad about it because now I have to try to make myself look brighter and less tired because it's evident to the whole world that I'm being tired. I'm not taking care of myself. So those are just some mental health sayings that have really good intentions, but could be finessed just a little bit. It's 2021. Let's just, take it the next step, right? So what are some phrases that you've heard maybe during a difficult time that you were going through and it just wasn't as helpful as was intended or actually made you feel really, really bad? I would love to hear about that in your comments below. And just any topics you want to talk about. This is a channel for you. This has been something that I wanted to do for years. I love YouTube. I love the idea of connecting with people and reducing stigma and talking about mental health topics. And I'll be sharing some personal things about my life, which is rare as a psychiatrist because we don't usually talk too much about our personal lives. But you will also be joining me on a weight loss journey because at the end of 2021, you're going to see a little bit less of me and a little bit more of me at the same time, if you get that. All right, you guys, take good care of yourself, take good care of the people that you care about, and also take care of people that, just need some caring, right? Because we all need a little extra caring, some kindness when we can, some space and grace, right? Okay, bye from Dr. Mel and Jada.